Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Caspersight. How the devil are you, mate? Today, we are going to find out if UFOs, aliens, actually exist. Well, we're going to find out what Mr. Grusch, the whistleblower, says about it. The official hearing has just happened, and we're going to look at it now, mate. The extent of potentially the cover-up which has been involved is absolutely mind-blowing. So bear with me, mate. If you like this sort of stuff, like the aliens and all this conspiracy, the UFOs things, if it is conspiracy, subscribe now. And yeah, I'm going to keep you in the loop. All right. Anyway, without further ado, diddly day, let's do this. Okay, let's see what we got.
Ms. Mace.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning to our witnesses who are testifying today. I want to thank each of you for being here to discuss a topic of grave importance to our national security.
Is it, though? Is it grave? Well, I suppose it could be. Yeah, it could be. They could be dangerous. They could be plotting some massive invasion if the UFOs are real.
Earlier this year, a Chinese spy balloon was shot down off the coast of my home state of South Carolina. Since the Roswell incident in 1947, many Americans have wondered about the dangers of unknown objects crisscrossing our skies. Whether these are UAPs or weather phenomena, advanced technology from American allied or enemy forces, or something more out of this world.
See, if there were like weather balloons and things like that, I'm sure somebody who set that off would be like, "Hey, sorry, that was me." Right? It's not weather balloons, and stop calling them UAPs. Right? They're UFOs. I'm sorry, that really annoys me.
So my first question, I have several questions, and if we can just be quick on these first two, I'm going to ask each of you the same question, and then I'll get to each of you individually. The first one, when you reported your experiences with a UAP, did any of you face any repercussions with your superiors, yes or no?
No.
No. I've actually never seen anything personally, believe it or not. So.
Oh, right. See you later. See you later. Cheers, mate.
And then do you believe there's an active disinformation campaign within our government to deny existence of UAPs, yes or no?
I don't have an answer to that.
As previously stated publicly, yes.
I think previously with like Project Blue Book, yes, but currently I don't speak for the United States government.
Okay, thank you. I have a few questions.
Did he say Project Blue Book? I've heard of Project Blue Beam.
Questions for Mr. Graves. What percentage of UAP sightings, in your belief, go unreported by our pilots?
This is an approximation based off of my personal experience speaking with a number of pilots, but I would estimate we're somewhere near 5% reporting, perhaps.
Mate, 5% recording? So 95% of all the other shit going on, nobody's saying anything. Wow.
5% basically don't report seeing UAPs.
That's just my personal estimate.
In the incident off Virginia Beach, do you believe the Navy took the danger to your aircraft seriously after it was reported?
Absolutely.
A few questions for Mr. Favor. As an expert naval aviator, have you ever seen an object that looked and moved like the Tic Tac UAP?
No.
Did the Tic Tac UAP move in such a way that defied the laws of physics?
The way we understand them, yes.
Many dismiss UAP reports as classified weapons testing by our own government, but in your experience as a pilot, does our government typically test advanced weapon systems right next to multi-million-dollar jets without informing our pilots?
No, we have test ranges for that.
It took over...
Oh, mate, I'm so excited about this, man. I'm so excited. I don't know if I should be excited, but I am excited, right? This could be the worst thing that's ever happened to civilization, or it could be the best thing. You don't know.
15 years for your encounter with the Tic Tac to be declassified. Do you feel there was a good reason to prevent lawmakers from having access to this footage?
No, I just think it was ignored when it happened, and it just sat somewhere in a file. Never got reported.
Yeah.
In a drawer. It happens a lot up here. Shocker. Mr. Grusch, a couple of questions for you too, sir, this morning. What percentage of UAPs do you feel are adequately investigated by the U.S. government, of the 5% that are reported?
I can only speak for my personal leadership over at NGA. I tried to look at every report that came through that I could triage, so...
Do you believe that officials at the highest levels of our national security apparatus have unlawfully withheld information from Congress and subverted our oversight authority?
There are certain elected leaders that had more information that I'm not sure what they've shared with certain Gang of Eight members or et cetera, but certainly I would not be surprised.
Okay. You've stated that the government is in
Wow.
possession of potentially non-human spacecraft. Based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have craft...
So hang on, he can't speak about that?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
Jeez.
Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred.
Man, I think this is just like the tip of the iceberg, mate.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
Oh, mate, just tell us what they look like, man. What they talk like. What they talk like. Come on. Is it like that or something?
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Gotcha. Okay, so, and you may or may not be able to answer my last question, and maybe we get into a skiff at the next hearing that we have, but who in the government, either what agency, sub-agency, what contractors, who should be called into the next hearing about UAPs, either in a public setting or even in a private setting? And you probably can't name names, but what agencies or organizations, contractors, et cetera, do we need to call in to get these questions answered, whether it's about funding, what programs are happening, and what's out there?
I can give you a specific cooperative and hostile witness list of specific individuals that were in those.
And how soon can we get that list?
I'm happy to provide that to you after the hearing.
Super, thank you.
Oh, mate, okay.
Mr. Grusch, thank you for being here, brother. Thank you all.
Thank you,
very
brother.
much.
Thank you, brother.
Have you faced any retaliation or reprisals for any of your testimony or anything on these lines?
Yeah, I have to be careful what I say in detail because there is an open whistleblower reprisal investigation on my behalf, and I don't want to compromise that investigation by providing anything that may help provide somebody information. But it was very brutal and very unfortunate, some of the tactics they used to hurt me both professionally and personally, to be quite frank. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
wow.
very unfortunate, as they say, when you're over the target, that's when they do the most firing at you. Do you have any personal knowledge of people who have been harmed or injured in efforts to cover up or conceal these extraterrestrial technology?
Yes.
Oh, whoa, mate. Mic drop or what? Mic drop or what? Why, though? What? Well, this is the question. Why?
Personally.
Have anyone been murdered that you would think, that you know of or have heard of, I guess?
I have to be careful asking that question. I directed people with that knowledge to the appropriate authorities.
Maybe in a, if we could get in a confidential area, a skiff, we could talk about that. But unfortunately, we were denied access to the skiff, and that's very unfortunate in this.
I'm guessing a skiff is some sort of like car park conversation going on, right? Out of the way of recordings and videos, right? This is like a movie unfolding in front of our bloody eyes. What the hell is going on here? The question is it something that is being deliberately put in front of us to sort of like, I don't know, keep us occupied on something else? Or is this legitimate? Because for so many years, people have been calling people who believe in this sort of stuff like tinfoil hats, you know, conspiracy theorists. But I tell you, if this is actually real and this guy is speaking the truth, like 100% legit, this is a movie unfolding right in front of our eyes. What are we actually going to do about this? Is this going to be the next thing that potentially ruins us as civilization, or does it actually move us in a good direction? Are aliens on Earth a good thing or a bad thing? Is it going to be, I mean, oh man, I just know what Earth, like human civilization's like. You know, we fear the unknown. So is our knee-jerk reaction going to be attack? Is it going to be something that diverts our attention away from something else? You know? Oh man, there's so many questions. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this, please make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be looking into more of it, mate. All right? Because it really intrigues me. Thank you so much, mate. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.